Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to my daily 10 p.m. video. Thank you for tuning in. Hands down, this is the most important situation that's going on in the world of precious metals and will continue to get worse. We have to know about this. We have to understand this, and we have to adjust and adapt accordingly. This is extremely important information, folks. This isn't stuff that you just want to hear. This is stuff you need to know. This video is important. The spot price of silver is detached from the physical price. Regardless of what spot price is, that's not what we're paying, and that won't ever be anymore. It won't. Silver's more scarce, so the premiums are higher. The physical price versus the paper price is detached. There is no correlation. Whether silver's $25 or $30, what we pay for a physical ounce of silver is a completely different story. And you have to really look into this, because when you start buying or continue to keep buying, you're going to have a lot of decisions to make. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of things, right? Maybe going to generics. But regardless, this is a very important video. I have a couple of different articles that are talking about this, how it's getting worse, why it's getting worse. And it just really dives deep into it, showing the buy bullion price versus the spot price versus the sell price. Even when you're selling, you might not even break even if you're buying up here and you're selling way down here. So this is a very important video. This is serious stuff, especially if you're a newer stacker or even an older stacker, because back in the day, you didn't have to worry about this stuff. So even older stackers, you might have it. This might be the hardest for you because you're so used to setting your ways of how you used to stack, what your strategy used to be, and now you have to adjust and adapt. Even for me, I'm used to buying American Eagles for $1 or $2 over spot. Now American Eagles are $10+ over spot. So the way I'm stacking the coins that I'm buying are different now, because I want to lower my dollar per ounce average, and that means I have to adapt. And guess what? We're not done there. We're going to take things a step further. The price of silver is essentially irrelevant because we're comparing fake money to real money. No amount of dollars is ever going to equal an amount of silver, because silver has value. It's intrinsical. The dollar is actually just a promise to redeem it for silver. That's why dollars were made, because you should be able to exchange this in for silver, not even gold. But nowadays, things are a lot different, as you can see. So why in the world would we be transferring fake money into real money and then that real money back into fake money? That's a whole different subject we're also going to be diving into later on in this video. So I think you can understand why this video is so important, and also why you need to watch all the way through. Now, I am giving away some silver to 2 lucky stackers on Friday. So tomorrow's your last day to enter. Click subscribe, go in the description. That's where the entry video is. Good luck, everyone. So the link to these 2 articles will be in the description. Why does the physical silver cost more than the silver spot price? This is something that a lot of people are going to start wondering. You go into your local coin shop, you look at spot price, you say, okay, spot price is $25 an ounce. You ask the guy how much that coin is. He's going to say a much different number, and you're going to ask why. So new silver bullion buyers often ask why the fluctuating silver spot price is lower than the price of various silver bullion products we offer on the website. Here we will explain, number 1, what is the silver spot price, and number 2, its relation to the physical silver bullion market. So let us begin by defining a few of the terms at hand. So physical silver, we already know all this. We already know what spot price is. Hopefully you do. So here is a chart of the buy price, the spot price, and the sell price. And you can see how different it is. And you can also see why a lot of people lose money stacking silver. And that's why I always tell stackers, new stackers, any type of stackers, to be careful. Just because you're buying silver doesn't guarantee you're going to make money. A lot of people lose money in a lot of different types of investments, right? And it's because lack of patience and panic selling, impulse buying, not educating yourself enough to know where to buy, when to buy, what to buy, all that good stuff. And that's why you got to watch my daily videos, because I'll tell you all that, right? So here we go. And I love this chart they put down here as well. This is a great article from ST Bullion. And I'm really excited for this next article too, that looks more from an analytical perspective. But let's get into this. So silver bullion prices during calm market time frames. And then it's volatile market time frames. See, this is good stuff. So when the financial markets are calm, physical silver bullion products, the price hovers slightly over the fluctuating silver spot price, right? For instance, if silver spot price is $20 an ounce, most physical silver bullion products will be priced slightly above $20 per ounce. I mean, considering what you're buying, but yeah, I mean, generics, all this stuff like this, be $20. But right now, look what it is. $29 for a generic 1 ounce round, while spot price is $25.45. And that's because we are not living in calm time, folk. And it's also because there's a massive silver shortage, which we'll also get into in a second. But conversely too, if silver spot price is $20 an ounce and the financial market's calm, you should expect to be able to mostly sell silver bullion products at or near the then spot price to bullion dealers. Some silver bullion products almost always yield bid prices higher than the fluctuating silver spot price. For example, silver Canadian Maple Leaf coins and American Silver Eagle coins will virtually almost always fetch silver prices from bullion dealers at or above the price of spot price. And unfortunately, Silver Eagles can no longer be in this same sentence. That's why I'm saying times are changing. They're going to have to rewrite this article, because American Eagles are no longer attached to spot price. No longer. Canadian Maple Leafs still are. Other world coins still are. But Eagles, they are now considered a high premium coin. And we'll talk about that later too. So during calm market conditions, the variance in silver bullion products prices range from as low as a mere change above silver spot price for large silver bullion bars to a few percentage points above silver spot price for various silver coins guaranteed by governments. And that's government-backed coins. It's legal tender. Silver bullion prices during volatile market timeframes. So when overwhelming physical silver bullion demand occurs, as it did in the 2008 financial crisis, silver bullion prices for products climb higher. And that's because the demand is higher. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. That's investing 101. Often both on the sell and the buy side to levels in which both the silver bullion and the bid price they hover above the world's fluctuating silver spot prices. So the sell and the buy levels are higher above spot price, which is crazy to think, but it does make sense, right? You're going to buy it higher, but you're actually going to sell it lower. Now, depending on where you sell, if I went to my local coin shop right now, and let's say I brought in an Eagle that I just bought from APMEX, a 2021 Eagle I just bought from APMEX for, $40 essentially, he would charge me around spot price. So I just lost a lot of money. But if I went in there and bought an Eagle, what would he sell it to me for? See, things are changing, and especially local coin shops and local dealers, they're having a hard time fitting in with this new adaptation, because there's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of gray area. And the pricing of Eagles is a very sticky situation right now, especially with the Type 2 Eagles now, especially since the U.S. Mint just admitted there's a silver shortage. I mean, and they're making lower mintage numbers for American Eagles, Type 1 and Type 2. So Eagles are a very interesting, weird, and awkward market right now. So take a look at how the world's most popular silver bullion coin was priced as high as 80% over the fluctuating silver spot price in the fall of 2008. And they're talking about eagles. At the time, intelligent silver bullion sellers were asking for a high premium on any investment grade physical bullion products they were selling. And they're talking about eagles. Eagles had an 80% increase. That's an 80% premium. 80% premium. You think the premiums on American Eagles are high right now? Imagine that. And they actually show the actual pricing down here as well, which we'll go over in a second. But and remember, what happened 2008 credit financial crisis is almost identical to what's happening today. Back then, credit financial crisis, recession/depression, billion-dollar stimulus led to $50 silver. Nowadays, recession/depression, right? Credit financial crisis, trillion-dollar stimulus, and a global, you know the word. So if that led silver to $50, imagine what it could lead silver to today, but also imagine what the premiums could be today. If that were the premiums, if that was the premiums back then, I mean, who knows? So let's look at this. So the gray is the silver, or the spot silver, and the blue is the eBay gold, the gold eagle base average. So 80% over than the silver spot price in the fall of 2008. So that's the percentage premium. So you're seeing what percent over spot, and you can see 2008 was the highest. 2017 is around 10-20% over spot, and that's the physical price which you're buying, and that's pretty normal, right? I mean, look at it, it's close to zero, right? You're only paying a couple dollars over spot, maybe 4 or 5 depending if you're buying Bullion uncirculated. But look what happened when times were crazy, and right now the credit financial crisis is exactly what happened back then. So yes, we're going to see higher premiums. Now, 1 ounce American silver eagle coins traded over 25% above than the gold spot price in the fall of 2008, which is also interesting. Gold usually have much lower premiums than silver does, and that's just how it's always been. Hitting measured high price premiums of 80% above the then silver spot price. It was $9, and American Eagles were selling at $16. $9 and coins were selling at $16. Look at that. 9 times 9 is 18. That means that's an 80% premium. That is scary. If we're talking about an 80% premium and silver's $25, we're talking about paying $48 for an ounce of silver. And that's what it was like back then. Which is just crazy to think about. So, silver spot price versus the silver bullion prices currently functions like so. And they're talking about silver traders buying and selling silver futures contracts on these worldwide futures exchanges. And they rarely turn the contract in for physical silver, right? But it does determine the fluctuations in silver spot prices in various fiat currencies, including the US dollar silver spot price. Silver miners extract and then often sell mixed silver ore bars and silver ore to silver bullion refiners rates just below the world's fluctuating silver spot prices. They converted it into 3/9 fine silver, blah, blah, blah. They have to cast it, all that. And then the government, private mints, like Sunshine Mint, they then shake them out to SD bullion, and they have to make some type of profit. So you can see how it happens, especially compared to, digital, where they don't have to do any of that labor. They don't have to look for it out of the ground. But essentially, all of those contracts are supposed to be for physical silver, but they're not. There's nowhere near enough silver in circulation right now to cover the billion contracts that the SLV hit, or 900 million or whatever that was this year. So physical silver and gold versus paper. I like this article because they go more into some things that the last article didn't mention. So over the last week, The biggest financial news story in the world is about how Reddit trading group Wall Street Bets is taking on Wall Street, right? Wall Street silver. And let's just look. Now, obviously, we know what happened. So the main question is mine silver and gold, paper, gold, and silver, right? Blah, blah, blah. I just mentioned how they're 1-for-1. So I'm trying to get into the important stuff. Talk about, so understanding the premium for physical silver. If you have bought investment grade physical precious metals of any kind, you likely have heard the spot price. It doesn't matter if you're looking at gold bars, silver spot price is universal. Okay, we already know that. So from the spot price, there's an amount charged over spot, which varies factors. Manufacturing, a coin has a higher cost to produce than a bar. A smaller coin or bar will cost more as a percentage of value to manufacture than a larger coin. And that's something extremely important to take note of, folks. Those 10th ounce rounds, those 4th ounce rounds, those 1 gram bars, do not buy those. Buy constitutional silver. A mercury dime is just about the same size as a 1/10 ounce round, but the 10th ounce round has a high premium because they still have to stamp it and do all that. But guess what? A mercury dime is a great deal. Way better. It has a lot more potential than a 10th ounce round because a mercury dime is constitutional silver. They don't make it anymore, so it's going to become more rare, right? It's a piece of American history. Condition matters. Those coins, those actual coins compared to the round, are going to take you a lot farther. So if you're looking for a way to stack fractional silver, go junk silver route. Don't be buying 10th ounce rounds and all that. You're paying way more than spot price. So obviously supply and demand as well. So what is a good price? I mean, they're talking about $2-3 over spot, but right now, obviously that's not a reality, and you can see why. It's just so crazy. A lot of people that just started stacking, maybe from the Reddit frenzy, they're desensitized to these prices. This is normal for them, right? They see American Eagles at 37 or whatever, and that's what they've always been buying. That's what the price was when they got in. So that's nothing crazy to them. But to people that have been buying American Eagles or silver for a couple dollars over spot, this is crazy. I mean, this is not normal. It's very uncomfortable because it's almost like you're getting ripped off, right? I mean, you're buying this ounce and you know that you're getting ripped off. Is it getting ripped off though? And that's an interesting question, and it kind of goes into the second part of the video I wanted to mention. No amount of fiat currency can equal the value of precious metals. Literally cannot. 1 ounce of silver is always going to have 1 ounce of silver inside of it, regardless of the price tag attached to it. That's irrelevant. Spot price is irrelevant. Silver doesn't have, you cannot determine how much an ounce of silver is worth in dollar terms because the dollar is always adjusting. Inflation, it's lost 98% of its purchasing power. Fiat systems collapse. Gold and silver doesn't collapse. It can't collapse. Silver coins don't just disappear out of thin air. The only thing they do is they might get worn down. That 31 grams might turn into 30.99. But that's about the only type of vanishing you're going to see. So you got to be careful when you're going to be selling back. And if you are, and I ask you this, I want to ask you, comment down below right now. Are you going to sell your silver back into dollars? And yes, I mean, we're investors. We try to profit. We're trying to live a nice life, buy a nice house, get our kids through college, whatever the case is. So yes, we're going to sell, we're going to liquidate, but are you going to sell all of it or are you going to pass it down? A lot of you, I've been reading comments when I asked this question in the past, a lot more people than I thought are going to pass it down. I remember I asked this before, and I swear 50%, and I'm not even exaggerating, 50% of the comments were people saying they're never going to sell it, they're going to pass it down to their kids and grandkids. which is, I mean, that's a very high number. Thinking about when we're talking about $100+ silver, you could be making a lot of money, but if you're going to cash it in, and for me, obviously I have coins that I'm never going to sell. I'll get buried in the grave with these coins. Literally, I'm going to, especially the PF70 Ultra Cameo Moon Festival 2016 Panda. I mean, I'm definitely, that's going to be right on my chest when I'm dead in the casket. I'm going to put that coin right on my chest, because in 5,000 years from now, when that coin is still valuable, whoever digs me up or whatever, at least they'll be rich. Whatever, I'm crazy right now. But anyways, the reality is this, that it's a terrible idea to take fake money into real money and then real money back into fake money. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. It's contradicting in itself, but we are investors, right? So it's a very interesting situation. That's why I want to ask you. Some people, it's a no-brainer. They're in this just for that, simply for the profit. Some other people, they would never, right? A lot of people look at silver as the money and they're going to keep it that way. But obviously you have to have money in your bank account to be able to buy groceries and etc. So it's one of those situations, I guess it varies from person to person, and that's why I would love for you to answer that. So yeah, I mean, right now, the premiums are only going to keep getting worse as silver is more scarce. And the scariest part is we haven't even started to see the demand really kick into play. Every automobile company by 2030 is going to be electric. So over the next several years, we're going to need a lot more silver. And not just several years, forever, because as we advance technologically, this new digital era, silver is going to be needed for everything. So demand is going to keep getting higher, and we will not be able to keep up with the supply. I made a video the other day. We're going to run out of silver by 2030. I looked at the charts, the below ground supply, above ground supply, and global production, 2030, and think about what would happen then, and think about what the price of silver will be. The premiums are only going to get worse. Spot price could be $40, but we might be paying $100 for an ounce. And that's also why when we talk about $100 silver, we might not be talking about the spot price, but what we're buying it and selling it at. That's an interesting thing as well. I made a video about that a couple weeks ago, that when we're talking about $500 silver, we might not be talking about the spot price, but what the physical coin is selling and buying for might be that price. And you could see how that could happen now. So anyways, I'm going to show the price of American Eagles real quick. And I just want to, out of curiosity. So right now, not bad. $10 premium. I saw they were around $37, $38 about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago when I checked. Now it's, 36. Yeah, I mean, you're still basically, because you're paying with the card. Yeah, you're still paying $36.19, while spot price is $25. So just a hair below $10. But that's still insane, since we're talking about a coin that is always sold at spot price. And the Type 2 Eagles are a little more. And it's interesting as well, because when the Type 2s first came out, they were the exact same price as the Type 1s. I mean, to the penny, they really were. But now these are starting to gain higher premiums, and you can see why. You're going to see a lot of people relist these on eBay for probably around $50. That always happens when a new coin comes out, especially a controversial one. But that's besides the point. This video is not about that. I like to try to tell you stuff you need to know, not just random stuff. I don't like to ramble on, even though this video did have a lot of that. But I tried to make good points. So if you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos every single day, 10 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. That's my upload schedule. So tune in every day, and that's Eastern Standard. I mean, I really try to make different types of videos. I just made a video. My last video was talking about how I found a counterfeit ring of fake coins. These scammers are literally putting out thousands of fake coins, very good fakes, into the markets, and they're hard to tell that they're fake. And then I showed websites where there's clearly just flat out fake silver. They're selling ounces for $3. And the way they word it is they'll say commemorative or replica, but they're twisting the words to where. And I was reading the replies, I guess the reviews, and everyone is thinking it's real silver. So you got to be careful. That's wish.com. Go to wish.com and type in silver. You'll see bars, gold bars for $10. You'll see coins and everything for $2. And it's just scary that people are buying it thinking they're getting real silver, and they are just getting their head ripped off. That's the stuff I don't like. That's why I try to expose that stuff. And it happens on eBay, unfortunately, as well. But those people aren't paying $3, at least like Wish. eBay, they're actually paying the actual price of silver, and they're still getting ripped off. In that last video I posted, I also talked about 14 different ways you can tell if your silver is real or fake. So if that interests you, I highly recommend you watch it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. The link to these 2 articles will be in the description. Make sure you enter my 47,000 subscriber giveaway. You don't want to miss it. I'm picking 2 winners. So click subscribe, go in the description, enter the video. And yeah, good luck everyone. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.